Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Let me pick you up before you blow down. That's right, I want that perfect intro, but the wind is blowing. Yep, that's right. I got you good. But got a house for sale coming up. Looks like a couple houses for sale. And this is exactly what I wanted to talk about today. That's right. We're taking a little walk. Let me just make sure this thing is still recording. That's right. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. I'm using a new little app and a new little selfie stick. But what I want to talk about is the state of Oakland and why all these houses are for sale. You can see right now, there is an open house. Now, I'm not going to go in here, but boy, that is quite tempting. How much is that house? And where are people going? It's open. Look at, there you go. So an open house right here. And what I want to talk about today is Oakland and the state of Oakland. What is happening? You know, when you see these houses for sale, and I get it, there's a lot of houses for sale because, well, this society is going crazy. If you look around right here in this neighborhood, this is close to chaos. Believe it or not, right towards those hills. I don't know if you could see those hills over there. Like I said, I'm using this new app. Yep, it does zoom in. Those hills are the Oakland Hills. And I'm telling you what, it is dangerous out there. So I'm filming from this undisclosed location. And Oakland is too close for comfort. So there's a lot of people getting out of Oakland. So I can't blame them. Just, where do you go? Where do you go in this world to get out of it? So what I'm going to show you here is a couple of news stories. And these news stories are going to say, hey, why are we living here? What kind of chaos are we in? Let's turn you around here. Like I said, this is a quiet neighborhood where you got the dad throwing the ball with the son. You got the crows flying around. You got the occasional plane flying over. But for the most part, this is a quiet neighborhood. So we would like to move, but we live in a beautiful spot. So there is a dilemma. We're like a frog in a boiling pot of water. The crime is getting worse and worse and worse. The graffiti's getting worse and worse and worse. And yeah, you can see there's no graffiti here. I'm actually going to do a story on the graffiti. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to get the drone up in the air and show you some graffiti out of control in Oakland. So everything's out of control. Like I said, there's that plane that's flying over. So, all right. Well, so yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. This is just a walk and talk video. You're going to watch these next couple news videos. I'm telling you, Oakland's out of control. But a couple days ago, I put out a video about some man that dumped coffee back into the coffee machine. He thought that the coffee machine was like at a McDonald's or something. And he flooded out the bank with coffee. So there's a lot of haters out there that hated that video. And I get it. And there's a lot of people that like the video. Oh, here, look at, we get a little voyeurism. So, yeah. There was a lot of people that did not like that video. They said, how dare you put out that man on that video? Well, for some reason, that video got over like 1,000 views for you can't have anything nice video. So I'm kind of in a dilemma. Should I ever make a video like that again or not? I don't know. All right, well, watch these next couple videos of Oakland out of control. It really is. Hopefully I'm zoomed in just right here. Yeah, I was. All right. Well, thanks for the walk and talk. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Oakland out of control adventures. Watch these next couple videos and you'll see Oakland is out of control. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah. Cookie cutter houses. Postscript. Oh my goodness. It looks like someone cleaned out their garage. Wow. Is there anything you like here? Look at that boom box. Oh my goodness. I might come get that. And a VCR? I wonder if that works. Wow. Alright, I have enough junk, but I might come get that. Okay, selfie stick. You're gonna do some work here. No skateboards. No. There's a microwave. Oh, an old exercise bike. I got enough rugs. Alright. I might take that DVD player though. Look at an old rack, old vacuum. Yeah. How far to home? I don't know. Postscript over. What's that about?
7-Eleven store that was hit early yesterday morning. KTVU's James Torres is in Oakland. You have some new details and some video to show us too. Good morning, James.
Hey, good morning to you, Dave. You really have to feel for these people. Police responding to this same 7-Eleven that they came to early in the morning yesterday. It's along Grand Avenue near Lake Merritt. And we talked to some of the people inside the station. They said that a car full of about half a dozen criminals pulled up to the store. They walked in, and we saw some of the video. Looks like a big rock was thrown in through some of the glass. Those criminals walked in. They attacked a clerk inside, hit him on the head, told him to open the cash register, and then ran away with some of the money. Now, that person that they attacked tells us that he was there yesterday, too, when another group of criminals robbed the same place.
Yeah, I told them it's my last day today. I wasn't coming today, but they told me please do this last shift. That's why I came.
Oakland police reported a string of smash and grab burglaries yesterday morning, 6 in total throughout the town. In some cases, those thieves would crash their car into the store and try to run away with whatever they could grab. Surveillance video shows that happening at the exact same store that was hit this morning. In that case, the people in the car ransacked the area and left it a complete mess. Officers found a handful of those suspects a ways away near the border to Emeryville. Our cameras were rolling as they took them into custody. During a news conference yesterday, police said there were 2 crews hitting several places. One of those crews still hadn't yet been arrested, but there's no telling just yet if this morning's burglary at this same 7-Eleven station, 7-Eleven market, I should say, has any connection to the crime we reported yesterday morning. Of course, we'll be asking those questions to Oakland police. Once we learn more, we'll let you know. We're live this morning in Oakland. I'm James Torres, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Developing story, a 7-Eleven in Oakland, the victim of a robbery this morning, the one over on Grand Avenue. By the way, if you're keeping track, it's the second time in 2 days this one's been hit. This is video of that damaged store from around 1 a.m. A clerk we spoke with says the suspect smashed the doors and then hit him. They say he demanded cash at the register. Well, the robbers apparently then grabbed the money, took off out of the store. This is surveillance video from the same 7-Eleven where yesterday Oakland police say a driver rammed the store, leaving behind a broken window wall and a big mess. Look at that. In this case, the store's owner said the robbers were after the safe, but they apparently left empty-handed. Police say robbers also hit an Arco station and a Shell station early yesterday morning. In that case, officers nabbed 4 suspects just a short distance away from a Shell station over on High Street. They say they found a stolen safe inside that car. So far, no word if any of these robberies have any connection, but we have reached out to Oakland police for more information. As soon as we hear from them, we'll let you know what they have to say.
Technology has made it so we don't even need a car to start, need a key rather to start a car anymore, but thieves are well aware of this.
Yeah, you could just use these little fobby things, right? Not an actual turn of the key. And as Crowd 4's Dan Kerman tells us, these thieves are very familiar with the technology, and they're stealing more and more cars.
We've all seen how vehicles are more and more frequently used to break into businesses. But what you may not have known is an increasing number of the cars used in these burglaries, as well as at sideshows, have been stolen. And what most of these vehicles have in common is you don't need a key to start them.
Some of these devices are legitimate devices that you can purchase online for a legitimate purpose. And the people who are purchasing them are going around and using that technology to bypass ignition systems to be able to start your vehicle.
San Jose police say if you own one of these keyless vehicles, there are steps you can take.
Having the kill switches that you can put in your vehicle, having tracking systems that you can put in your vehicle as well, surveillance cameras out in front of your residence, alarms, and even some of those old-fashioned clubs that go on your steering wheel. All those things will be very effective in trying to mitigate your vehicle from being stolen.
Police say what's important is to do what you can to make your car less of a target. San Jose police say the key takeaway from all of this is not to get involved if you see your car being stolen. In many cases, they say those doing the stealing are violent individuals. At police headquarters in San Jose, Dan Kerman, Crom 4 News.
An Oakland woman who survived a hit-and-run crash tonight. She is sharing her story and video from a witness that shows the driver getting out of his vehicle, inspecting it, and then driving off. The victim hopes the video will lead to an arrest. KTVU's Amber Lee joins us live tonight in Oakland with the story. Amber.
Mike, the victim, tells me she's shaken up by what happened, but grateful that she survived. Now she wants to prevent it from happening to someone else. Neighbors say drivers running red lights in broad daylight is a common sight on busy MacArthur Boulevard at 106th Avenue in East Oakland.
People they don't abide by the rules. It's sad. So, just being a person living in Oakland, you have to be cautious of your every movement.
Sarah is the victim of a hit-and-run driver at that intersection. She is now struggling to recover from injuries to her leg and back. She asked us not to reveal her identity for fear of retaliation.
It destroys me. It destroys my hope. If he's still out there, it could be someone else. I got lucky enough to survive this incident.
On Friday, shortly after 2 p.m., she was driving to run errands. Sarah tells me a speeding driver who cut in front of several cars by using the left turn lane ran a red light and crashed into her car, totaling it. She shared with me a video one witness gave her of the suspected hit-and-run driver. He walks to the front of his black Lexus, appears to check if there's damage to his car, and then gets back in and drives off. A neighbor tells me hit-and-run crashes and reckless driving are common in this area.
It happens out here. It's no code of integrity out here. Like, it's everyone is all for themselves.
Sarah tells me she hopes that the video will help police identify and arrest the suspect. She's grateful that several bystanders came to her aid.
There's a lady specifically that was praying for me and holding my hand. There was a man who was working in a PG&E who came over and was helping me take deep breaths since I am asthmatic.
Sarah wants to thank the people who helped her and says she's sharing her story to warn others. Sarah wants the suspect to apologize, not to her, but the people who witnessed what happened.
Everyone that was there, I could remember and visually see how they were emotionally distressed and shocked.
God bless her and her family. And, stay safe. Everybody got to stay safe.
Here's another look at the suspect. Police tell me so far no one's been arrested. Sarah says her doctor estimates it'll take about 3 months for her to recover from her physical injuries, but that she's struggling mentally with what happened. Live in Oakland, Amber Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.